Hey, anyone that's watching this on this Saturday evening, first weekend of lockdown, I wanted to record a message for any creative that is looking for work at the moment. So this is for you if you are a grad, recent grad, if you have 2 years experience, 5 years experience, 10 years experience, 20 years experience. This is for all of you. Um, so one thing that's really important, and I assumed that most people knew this, but it's come to my attention from speaking to loads of freelancers and people that follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn, that no one really knows what's happening in the market. And I've made it my mission to share this knowledge and to update you all and inform you as I can. And one of the things I wanted to say is the reason you don't have a permanent job or a booking, whether through the fact that you've been made redundant or you are interviewing, etc., it's not you. Like, it is not you. It is the industry. It's COVID. It's the fact that we're currently going through a situation where we're going through a mini recession. There's more redundancies that are being made than hires. And because of that, you are up against so many people. And it's not only the fact you're up against so many people, it's the fact that clients are being very cautious about every single hire. And there are a lot of agencies out there that, because of the current uncertainty, are prioritizing maybe contract bookings or temp to perm. And one thing that you can do to help yourself is just take any job. So I was at an event recently giving a talk, and some people said to me that they're on universal credits and creatives, and they feel pressure from the government to take up other types of jobs like warehouse work, supermarket jobs, etc. I want to share something with you. During this time, I've had to pick up hours as a support worker. Okay, so forget about the fact you've seen industry leaders and the fact I've been judging as president judge for DNAD and the podcast and all this creative work and all this content I've been producing for the industry. I have also had to pick up hours as a support worker, and I've really enjoyed it. It was really rewarding. So what I've been doing on the side is supporting adults that live independently. At the moment, I don't have to do that because luckily I've had some work come through, and it means that I've been prioritizing on that. But there have been times throughout this year where I've spent evenings and weekends picking up extra hours just to keep the wheels turning, because what I've been doing is prioritizing all the fees and invoices that have been come through from my business and putting that back into the design work and paying the freelancers and creating like more content to share with everyone in the industry, which has helped Nikki Lal Creative grow and develop. And I think it's really important that you know that, and that we all just need to do whatever we can at the moment and trust that the industry will turn. Now, I'm naturally a really positive, optimistic person, okay? But when I first started out in recruitment after the last recession, all that was happening was I was meeting talented people looking for work. And then as soon as the market turned, I was then placing those people in jobs. And then in 2015, I was interviewed by Computer Arts magazine. And what I was saying in that interview isn't that the first paragraph is there, the market is so buoyant at the moment within the creative industry that designers can pretty much ask for whatever salaries and day rates they want within reason. So we're just going through the ebbs and the flows of a crash. And we will get there. We will come out of this. We've got the vaccine that will be available soon, and the market will start picking up. What's happened, what seems to have happened, is a lot of companies and people are just spending the rest of this year just kind of getting through it. and then with ambitions for, you know, real growth in January. So for anyone that doesn't know any of this, it's important that you take away from this video, it is nothing to do with you, the fact that you might be struggling to look for work, okay? And just take whatever the government can give you. If you are on universal credit, or you're getting benefits, there are things like bounce back loans if you're limited, if you're a director of your own limited company. And if you can, just keep creating, because that's something that I did. Is when the recruitment market completely froze and there was no jobs out there for a bit, I then created Industry Leaders and spent all that time, from not having any jobs to work, speaking with industry legends and uploading that. Like, as a creative, just keep, even if you do like drawing or sketching or upskill on motion. And another really important thing to remember is no one's going to care about the fact you've been out of work. Like, no one. Even when I spoke to Sophie Worth, who's 8 years at Wieden & Kennedy, who's just started at Oatly, is heading up their recruitment, she said in our talk that companies are not going to look at you any differently by the fact that this year you may have been unemployed. So you almost want to utilize this downtime to just explore something. Like, what creatively have you always been interested in, that you've always wanted to explore? It doesn't even have to be like a creative project. It could be something you are obsessed, like you want to delve into, you want to dive into it, you want to learn all about a subject matter. And then that can then be used and channeled to your craft as a creative, with these ideas and these discoveries that you've made in lockdown. So if you can do that, this is an opportunity for you to do different exploring. Don't just bang your head against the wall applying for jobs and reaching out to companies day in, day out with everyone else and feeling you know, that negative response from not landing anything, because that's almost torture. You might be better off just taking a step back. Like, do not apply for anything that's not quite perfect for you for a start, because that's one complaint a lot of internal recruiters are saying, is the amount of applicants that are coming through that just aren't right for the job, because people are just desperate and just applying for stuff. So just make sure you're not that person. And we've got 5 weeks-ish left of the year now, so just use that time to recharge your batteries, rest, invest in your mental health, and hang on in there and trust that it will be okay. Take care, everyone, and I will have some updates for you soon.